Hello, I'm Terry Tucker. Welcome to the Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch. Happy 4th of July. It is picnic time. That is one of my favorite things in the world, is 4th of July picnics, fireworks, family coming together and friends. Our own family has a huge tradition of backyard fireworks by the lake and just anybody and everybody welcome. And they do the same here at Mountain Creek Ranch with their own family. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of study about how did the picnic become the way that we honor our Declaration of Independence and its signing. So if we go all the way back to 1776, we talk about how the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence. When it was done, what did they do? They went to the local colonial tavern to toast and celebrate with ale and with foods that we would never think of today eating, like fowl pigeon and meats and cheeses. Ironically, they put them on boards of slate, called them bills of fare, and it was kind of like equivalent today to our charcuterie boards. But that's what they did. They drank ales, they drank brandies, and they went to the colonial pub. Then around 1815, several years later, they started adding entertainment to the Independence Day, 4th of July picnic. Parades started adding in where people would walk and wave the American flag proudly. And they would have singers come. Bands and singers would come and perform great songs at their picnics. Now, 1815 was the year that they started adding the famous word we love today called barbecue. Now, it wasn't barbecue as we know it today. It was like a boiled hog whole, but sometimes it was boiled in pots over big fires and then gradually grew to the spit where the hog was roasted over the spit. But then it wasn't until 1859 or about when barbecue as we know it today was introduced during the 4th of July picnic, where there was actually sauce and the meat was actually cooked over an open fire. It's so fun to think about all the foods and how they've evolved through the years. I have something I wanted to read that I thought was fascinating. It was 1903, and it was from the White House cookbook, Hugo Zeman and Mrs. F.L. Gillette. And here were 3 meals that had to be cooked on the 4th of July. And they called lunch, what we call lunch today, they called supper. So breakfast was red raspberries and cream, fried chicken, scrambled tomatoes, warmed potatoes, Tennessee muffins, toast, and coffee. Doesn't sound too bad. Supper, or what we would call lunch today, is cold sliced lamb, crab pie, watercress salad, cheese toast, graham bread, sponge cake, blackberries, and tea. And then dinner was clam soup, boiled cod with lobster sauce, roast lamb, mint sauce, green peas, spinach and eggs, cucumber sliced, chicken patties, maple biscuits, vanilla ice cream, chocolate macaroons, strawberry, and coffee. So it sounded pretty good in 1903 at the White House. I think one of the most interesting things, too, was how the pies became such a huge part of our 4th of July traditions, primarily apple pie. And really, we have to give credit a lot to the wagon trains of the 1850s to the 1870s, because they would stop on the 4th of July and spend quite some time preparing that meal and making those amazing pies. So I think about what I would like to have today at our 4th of July coming up. One of the things that I want to make sure I do is God bless America and take for a moment gratitude in my heart for what we have. It's so fragile, and we look at what's happening around our world and our freedom and our peace and our right to wave this flag is such an amazing honor that I don't want me or my kids, anybody in my family, to take that for granted. So on this 4th of July, we will not walk away from that. But I'm going to have some pie. and a little watermelon, probably a little fried chicken, and some great, nice, cold iced tea. Maybe even sun tea made. So what has this got to do with you as a leader, which is a promise I always make to you on Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch, that we always learn some kind of leadership lesson. The leadership lesson today is really about taking time to honor the traditions, the celebrations, the holidays that the people in your organization are honoring, and not be afraid to do that. We need to include what the people in our organizations are celebrating. And if your company's in America, celebrate America. Celebrate your traditions of your country. This is the time of year to do it. Happy birthday, America. And thank you for joining us for this Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch.